My name's Pansy Scott, and currently I'm a shoutcaster or commentator, however you want to refer to it as, for ESL. My career, from start to finish, has, in my opinion at least, kind of been a little bit of luck and stumbling into the right place at the right time. Don't get me wrong, dedication and hard work obviously complements it to an extent, but at the very start when I got into gaming, it wasn't really a professional thing that I ever thought would become a job. It was more, I play for fun, and then the fun turned into a little bit of a competitive edge, and then I had the opportunity to play in a professional team, and then from then on, work comes in and real life responsibilities kind of kick into action, and I had to decide where I wanted to go. And at the time I went for a more kind of traditional job, but then ESL kind of came along. I started to do more and more side events, and once again the choice came out that I had to decide between, do I give esports a try, or do I go down the traditional route of keeping a normal job? And I took the risk, and it seems that I'm out here right now. I'm joined by the ever delightful Heaton. How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you. Pleasure to be here.
When I was around 14, 15, as dodgy as it sounds now, I somehow convinced my mum to let me go to the north of Holland in Enschede, I believe it was, near the Bremen border. So it was pretty far away from northwest London at the time as a young girl going to a LAN event. And it was just this wonderful feeling of everyone in this room all enjoys the content we're watching. Everyone's got that same feeling. When that brilliant moment happens, everyone's going, what the hell just happened? Everyone's got that same feeling. It was something that kind of kicked me into wanting to do more. Preparation is a huge factor into any caster's day-to-day basis, and especially when the bigger events come around. But even just breaking it down into your regular show, you want to be spending a good couple of hours getting ready for it. Even if you want to take it as far as to script your introductions, your handoffs to a break, you can go as far as you want with it.
Great start to the show and a great start to the offline finals, and what a game to start with.
And then I'll have the two team names, I'll have their lineups. Who should I be looking out for in this matchup? What is their previous history? Is there any interesting factors or notes towards it? Is there some great storyline building between these two? Did one player leave that team and join the other? And I want to make sure I'm aware of that.
And we saw other stars coming through. What can we expect from these two teams? Because you could argue School Bus is a city map kind of based team. They have that strength there. But as does TCM to an extent. They're very similar in that aspect.
But then sometimes you'll be doing a tournament from the group stages, so you have to be aware of several different things going on at once. So it completely depends on what game you're doing, what format it's in, but it varies from caster to caster. But I'm one of those prep-heavy people.
I genuinely feel that's going to haunt them, because they do obviously have the chances through the lower side again. They're not just flat out, but when you make that sort of mistake, it will come back, and it will just sit there in the back of your mind, are we making the right choice? Is this the correct thing to go for?
I think some of the really good factors towards a caster is being really quick-witted, being not necessarily funny, but just knowing what you want to say next and how to phrase it. I think those factors are a little bit more important, because some people's pacing is completely different to others. You can cast super slow, build that tension up. You don't have to go for that immediate fast pace, whereas before, I sounded like I was doing horse racing a million miles an hour.
Overbearing timers against the Wingham, gets one, gets two, going to get a third. Go now, steals that from advantage, joins in the fun.
At the time, I thought I was perfect. I thought, I'm doing a great job here. I don't know why I'm not getting more viewers. You can easily slow down your pace and deliver the lines just as well. It doesn't have to be the speed at which you do it that makes it important. You can make a situation sound so much more intense and so much more vibrant, even just by using dead air. You can just slow down and leave it a second.
Still, 4 minutes on the board, a lot of time to work with. School Bus do need to kind of consolidate themselves. It looks like they are rotating around the map and looking for another way in.
I'd say being aware of the social kind of media world these days is absolutely vital to both caster and player. And you're seeing more and more, personalities just completely blowing up on social media. Shox these days has almost 200k followers. She's beyond belief now. And the impact that can have as a caster or a host or anyone is huge. You can build, sponsorships. You can get into so many bigger situations because of how well you've brought your own brand forward. So, whether it be trying to create your own content, be it written articles, be it YouTube videos, Twitch streams, there's so many outlets these days that allow you to do this. Make the most of it, because we've already seen the difference in CSGO. My easiest example to refer to, people these days are streaming and doing their own stuff on Twitch TV, and people at events like Gamescom recognized MBK from his Twitch streams rather than being the guy on the stage just about to win the tournament, or trying to win the tournament, should I say. But it's a huge crowd, and trying to get both of them, the casual viewer and the esports audience, kind of combined, is brilliant. If you can do that, you're in a fantastic position going forward.